In today's video, we're going to talk about one of the most popular services on Azure, Azure App Service. So here's what we're going to cover today. First, I'll give you a quick overview of what Azure App Service is and why it's such a great tool and popular tool for web developers. Then, I'll talk about some of the benefits it offers. And finally, we'll jump into a hands-on example where I'll walk you through creating an app service from scratch and deploying a sample .NET app to it. So buckle up and stick around till the end because you don't want to miss any of this. All right, let's start with a quick look at what Azure App Service actually is. Azure App Service is a fully managed platform for building, deploying, and scaling web applications, mobile backends, and APIs. The key here is fully managed. That means Microsoft takes care of a lot of heavy lifting for you, like managing the infrastructure, handling updates, and ensuring high availability. With App Service, you can deploy your applications using the languages and frameworks you're familiar with, like .NET, Node.js, Python, Java, PHP, and even custom containers. And the best part? It integrates seamlessly with other Azure services so you can easily connect to your database, store your files, and even set up security all within the same ecosystem. So, why should you use Azure App Service, you may ask yourself? Well, let's break down the main benefits. First, let's talk about scaling. Azure App Service offers automatic scaling, which means your applications can automatically handle more traffic without you having to worry about it. You can set up your app to scale based on CPU usage, memory usage, or even a set schedule, making sure you're only using the resources you need when you need them. Next up, security. Azure App Service comes with the built-in authentication and authorization. You can easily connect to identity providers like Microsoft Entra ID, formerly Azure Active Directory, Google, and Facebook, and set up user authentication in just a few clicks. It's super easy and it's super convenient. Everything is there for you. Another great feature is continuous deployment. With Azure App Service, you can set up a CI/CD pipeline that pulls code from your GitHub or Azure DevOps repository and deploys it automatically to your app service. This makes your development process smoother and gets your updates to users faster. Finally, there is monitoring. Azure App Service has built-in tools like Application Insights to help you monitor performance, track errors, and analyze usage. This gives you deep insights into your app's behavior so you can troubleshoot and optimize as needed. All right, now that we know the benefits, let's jump into a hands-on demo. Okay, let's start by creating a new app service on Azure and deploying a simple app to it. I'll go through this pretty quickly, but if you want to follow along, make sure you have an Azure account set up. Azure offers a free tier, so you can try this out without any upfront costs. So let's go. Okay, so here we are in Microsoft Azure portal. And before I actually create a web app, and web app is just another type or a type of a app service, which we're going to use for this example. So I'm going to show you first the simple sample.NET app that I'm going to be deploying after I create the web app. So this is just a very basic simple .NET app, nothing crazy to it. I just put it in a GitHub repository. So back to portal here, let's go to create a resource. And here I'm going to search for web app. It's going to be the very first result. I'm going to click on create web app. And here on create web app page, we're going to enter some basic information. I'm going to create a new resource group. I'm going to call it my RG. And for the web app name, I'm going to call it my web app 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. And I don't need this. I want my domain name to be this and .azurewebsites.net. So we're going to publish code. Runtime stack is going to be .NET 8. Operating system Windows, that's fine. Here I'm going to use West US2 region. For pricing plans, I'm going to create a new app service plan. I'm going to call it my ASP. And for the pricing plan, I'm going to select the free F1 plan, which gives me 60 CPU minutes per day. And that's more than enough for what we need for this demo. And that's it. We don't have to do anything else. Leave everything as is. Let's move on to review and create page. Here we can go over everything once more. Everything is looking good. And I'm going to click on create. And this is going to take a couple of minutes. I'm going to take a little break. And when this process is completed, I'll be continuing.
A few moments later.
And deployment is complete. We can take a look and see all the deployed resources. Everything is okay. And we can click here to go directly to the deployed web app. So this is the deployed web app. We can scroll down and see a bunch of information here, but what we're interested in is just this URL. If we click here, we can see that this is just a placeholder website. There's really nothing deployed here. So that's going to be our next step. We're going to deploy code. And for that, we need to go down here to Deployment Center. And for source, we're going to select GitHub. And I'm already signed in to my GitHub account. I'm going to select the organization, simple.NET app. Branch is main, leave workflow as is. This is just confirmation here that we're running .NET 8 version 8. Leave authentication settings as is and just click on save here. And now we're setting up the deployment and the Azure will start deploying our GitHub sample.NET app to the actual web app. So this is going to take a little bit and I'll be taking a little break here and I'll come back when this is done.
A few moments later.
And deployment has completed. We can see here, actually, let me refresh this page. Yeah, there you go. Status, success. So now, if I go back to this website here and click on refresh, we should see our sample website or sample app. Here it is. Boom, just like that. Easy, right? And that's it. Your app is now live on Azure App Service. You can visit the URL provided and boom, your app is up and running. That was easy, wasn't it? If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what other Azure topics you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.